realized, bro, trying to be perfect. Trying to be perfect, right? So I just spend my time, as I'm about to do this video, I'm like, okay, take out my hair. I'm looking like this. I'm like, is my shirt okay? Bro, nobody cares, bro. And that's kind of the nature of this video too, is, you know, I really don't know what I'm gonna say half of the times I do make these videos. And usually I'm like, oh, there's a purpose or there's something behind it so people can understand and see where I'm coming from. But I don't. I kind of just freely think about what I'm gonna post and how I'm gonna seek it, and I don't know if it's gonna bring value to anybody, right? But I think it's interesting to keep playing this game, the content game. I think when I look back in a couple years and I see myself and I see what I've built and how consistent I was with posting, I can look at it and be like, wow, he said all he wanted to do was just post 5-minute videos every single day. Now, I've been doing a thing today. Today has been one of those days where I'm like kind of like breaking down what I have to do in terms of like how I want to build this business and how I want to actually take it to the next level. And one of the core things about it is understanding what's necessary out of a leader, what's necessary out of myself to put out and connect with as many people as possible. Because what I'm starting to realize is that like people just don't know what Fuck These Brands is. People just haven't seen what we're capable of doing. But it's super reassuring when you have these influencers that have 100,000, and I don't really care too deeply into it, but clearly they have built a brand or off of their image, and it is gratifying understanding that like I'm not the only person that just likes this. It's multiple and numerous people that like this product. It just hasn't been seen yet. And I think when I think about it in a grand scheme of things, I know there's the endless possibilities of what I produce. That's the main thing, is it's like you gotta know that you got that shit on. You gotta know that you got that shit in you. And that's kind of like my biggest thing is, yeah, I may post YouTube videos and sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. And sometimes I do. But my confidence is saying I'm showing up every single day because I have to. You know, that's, I gotta know that I'm capable of doing that. So when I do talk, when you do hear my voice, when you do hear the strategies and the thought process that I put out there, it's like, oh yeah, I gotta know it. I gotta put that shit on, you know? And that's kind of like a mindset method of understanding when you are building and when you are creating. And what I'm learning is that it's reassuring understanding that there's so many people, and it doesn't matter, like you are the first barrier of validation. When you have a product, you are the validator. I believe in such product that it would do numbers. Now everybody has this now I'm gonna be honest with you, not everybody's product is the best product, but I honestly do believe, and I think if you are a person that puts your mind, puts a thought, creates something, I think there is a way and there is a lane for that product. That product can be so mid, but there's somebody. It's just the same thing with like relationships, right? There's somebody for everybody, and then you see other people and you be like, how did they get in a relationship? It is the same exact thing. So that's my idea. I think with Fuck These Brands, there's a psychology behind the design process that I go through to put my works out there. Then there's the other psychology of building the brand, building the mecca, because there's no, bro, when I tell you guys, when I think about it, I'm like, bro, like, you see, fuck these brands, and I really visualize and I really know what it can be. It is baffling to see that it's not there, but I'm okay with understanding that it's already there because I already saw it. So all I'm just doing is kind of making sure all these systems are coming together. And what's really interesting today is what I learned is that systems, right? Systems are there are three main components of systems, and you have man, what's the first system? Man, I can't. I just had it in my head, but I'm gonna just name it off. There's one. There's the function. What's the purpose of of a system? There's interconnection, connectiveness, and then there is the bits and pieces. I'll say it like that. They're the bits and pieces. So how it works is, for instance, I have a clothing brand, right? What are the bits and pieces of, what are the parts of running a clothing business? Well, you have, you got your website, you got your designs, right? Those are the bits and pieces. Those are the little things that you put together, the selective pieces. Now the interconnectionness is like connecting those things, right? What connects it is, you have your brand identity, you have your community, all these things are connected to these things. And then you have, what is the main purpose of the system? And the system is to make millions, to build the biggest community, to have the best stylers, to have it to be on different celebrities, all these different things. So I'll break it down further. The game of football, right? A simpler, for a better example of what a system is, right? You have the parts, you have the coaches, you have the players, you have the coaching strategies, right? You have the ball, right? The interconnections are the rules, i.e., what have been the coach's strategies. That's interconnection, right? You have your rules, you have your parts, people, coaching, ball, interconnections. You have the rules of the game, you have the coaching strategies, and then what's the purpose? The purpose is to win games, or to have fun, or to make millions of dollars. That is the whole of a system. So that's kind of one of the things that you put together in a sense of like understanding what a system actually works and how a system actually works. So I think that's interesting because I know running a clothing brand or just businesses in general, damn near everything we do, damn near you and I are a system. So it's kind of just understanding how it functions. And once you can actually look at the grand scheme of the system, you can apply those things into what you're doing. So yeah, that's kind of everything that I have for today. I'm done.